Today we are taking you on a very special journey, starting from Dimapur to see a unique festival. Hold on to your seatbelts. You may have visited a number of festivals, but you may never have seen a unique festival dedicated to the great bird, the hornbill. And so the festival is named the Hornbill Festival. It is held every year in December, from the 1st to the 10th, at the beautiful Naga Heritage Village in Kisama. Which is just a few kilometers from the capital, Kohima. The journey to Kisama is itself an experience. We pass through the beautiful scenic places, and the fun lies in the roads that we travel upon. They're not in the best condition. The journey is always enjoyable, as there is always a visual treat for the eye. As it is, this region has the most stunning natural beauty of our country. The aim of the Hornbill Festival is to revive, protect, and showcase to the world the cultural heritage of the colourful state of Nagaland. After getting this band tied on our wrists, we have the official permission to have a first-hand experience of the extravaganza and traditional culture on display over here at the Hornbill Festival. This band, which is our ticket to the festival, is nominally priced and changes its colour every day, like the colourful dances and presentations of the festival. Once you've entered the festival premises, the mantra is to talk less and see more to get a blissful feeling. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get going and see what is happening on the dance floor. Singing and dancing is a gift of God to Nagas, which has become a part of their lives. Every dance tells its own story as people in colourful traditional costumes dance together in a spirit of camaraderie.
Fantastic place. Everyone should visit this place. But I think this needs a lot of some more publicity is required for this festival. And in a very short span of time, like they're showing all the tribes and all the cultural, they're exhibiting all the cultures of Northeast, all the tribes of Northeast. This is fantastic. So this is a must visit for everyone, and the experience was beautiful.
Different tribes of Nagaland from all parts of the state not only participate in these dances, but interact with each other, leading to a cultural assimilation. Every tribe has a special dance of its own, and this festival is one place where all the tribes come together to exhibit their talent individually, but in a collective and friendly spirit. Not only are the dancers enjoying themselves, but the day of the visitors is also made as they witness performances which you cannot see anywhere else in the country. One is bound to be mesmerized and enchanted by the atmosphere created by these dances. Each and every step of the dancers is applauded by the enthralled viewers who are experiencing something very novel. The jewel in the crown is the courtship dance. We have heard of many matrimonial sites which help a person in choosing a life partner. But in this festival, there is a dance where unmarried boys and girls come to choose their life partner. And that is the reason for this dance being called the courtship dance. As girls and boys dance with perfect steps, they're also seen on the lookout for a suitable match. A perfect step to find a perfect match. You can also play a guessing game while watching the dance to find which person is getting hooked by whom, as the dancers are busy wooing each other to find the best life partners. Tomorrow, some of these dancers will walk hand in hand and remember the Hornbill Festival for bringing them together. What a charming way to remember a festival. Who would not like to keep these wonderful moments with them forever and relive this trip in the future? And what is better than capturing these memories on camera? So, let's go and shoot. The festival not only showcases the traditional, but also embraces the new age things, like these cartoon characters, making the atmosphere very joyous for not only adults, but also the kids. As they say, the Hornbill Festival entertains and enlightens all generations. Visitors have an opportunity to experience and understand the people and culture of Nagaland at one place, and that is this festival. A festival is never complete without shopping. And if the shops are displaying the special traditional arts and crafts of Nagaland, one can never overcome the temptation to shop till you drop. The shops are a riot of colors, stocking from shawls, woolens, garments, necklaces, bangles and other accessories. Beautifully crafted kitchen items, baskets and bags, keychains, murals, wall hangings, sculptures, and decorative showpieces made of local raw materials. And yes, you can buy most of the coveted decorative items. The sculpted figure of the Hornbill. The unique thing about shopping at this festival is that all the items on sale at this festival are mostly handmade, and one can feel the love and care with which these items have been made. You also would not find any of these items in other markets of the country. So go ahead and dip into your pockets. You will get the maximum value of each and every rupee spent here. And be sure to take some gifts for your loved ones, who are sure to be overwhelmed on receiving such beautiful gifts. After you're done with your shopping to your heart's content, would you like to have a look at how some of these local things are manufactured? It is a great thrill to have something in hand and know how it's been made. So let's go and visit some of the artisans who are busy with their routine of making these things. One can never imagine that a simple-looking bamboo can be made into so many different decorative and utility products, which can be used from the living room to your kitchen. It is very interesting to see a bamboo taking different shapes under skillful hands and being turned into different articles. This gives us another perspective how a locally grown raw material can be converted into items to be sent across the country and leave an imprint of Nagaland on the other places in the country. We all like to wear good clothes, but the satisfaction of wearing handmade clothes is reserved for the lucky ones, like the ones we buy from the Hornbill Festival shops. Here the cloth and products made from it have a touch of human emotions. Let us show you why. Even in the present times of modern machines, the weavers here can be seen spinning and weaving, using traditional spindles and looms, making us wonder and applaud as they have survived the onslaught of the modern ways of making cloth. The art is passed from generation to generation, helping a dying art stay alive and providing employment to people. It gives us an immense sense of pride and satisfaction. One can get a glimpse of history in the Second World War Museum situated here. The valor of the Nagas and their participation to fight for their country can be witnessed in the exhibits at the museum. As we move on from one exhibit to another, we are amazed to see weapons and other war-related material. Here, one not only gets information on the Second World War, but gets to see an array of arms and weapons used in the war. Some items may be obsolete today, but one is reminded that wars were fought and won using these weapons only. You can also see a sign that says, "At every display, do not touch." We also know that these signs are kept so the exhibits remain in good condition. But on a philosophical note, it also brings home a message to us of non-violence and not to use these arms under any circumstances. But there is one place where the use of these arms is encouraged and one feels proud to shoot at sight. Don't get alarmed. We are talking of using the guns and rifles in the sport of shooting, as people are doing here. This is putting a negative action into positive use. Even minors are allowed to use a gun over here. Maybe the next Olympic shooting champion will emerge from the people practicing shooting over here. If your adrenaline is not pumped with these shooting scenes, let's join these roaring bikers who have come all the way for the festival, riding these big machines.
Hello, I'm Narla Chatti. I'm from NMC, which means Nagaland Motorcycle Club. We started riding the day before and then we really had a good time. We started from Dimapur and from there we came to Kohima, from Kohima, Kisama, and yesterday we went to Palipazi and then just today we reached Kisama and we are liking this Hornbill a lot, especially the riders. We are having a good time. We met like almost 7 sisters this time also, and there was a solo rider from Bhutan, which we are like so happy to welcome him in our Hornbill Nagaland.
These bikers would prefer staying in these camps, which is like staying in the lap of nature. One cannot be so close to nature than experiencing this moment. The colorful tents seem like butterflies sitting in the garden. The night under the stars is heavenly. The thrill of staying in a backpacker camp is beyond imagination.
I've been hearing a lot about the Hornbill Festival, and I've been planning for the last 1 year of visiting this great festival of the Naga tribe. So it was on day 6th I reached Kohima, and I was in search of a tent, like a camping site which would provide me all the accommodation on a cheaper rate. And so I found this backpackers campsite. I had a very wonderful experience being in this campsite. The Hornbill Festival is a festival of all the tribes belonging to the Naga community. And then I wanted to see the different tribes of Naga at the same time. So it's on date 7 I went up to the event place that is in the Heritage Village. And I had visited different morums of different tribes, like the Au morums, like the Chagasang morums, Lotha morums. And I had a very blissful experience being over here.
Apart from campsites, there are many other options for visitors to stay during the festival, including homestays, where one can have a first-hand experience of the lifestyle of people of Nagaland and actively participate in their day-to-day activities. It's like breathing a new culture as you enjoy your stay in Nagaland. This church seems to be spreading the light of peace to all, as if to say that their prayers have been answered. As we said, singing and dancing is in the blood of the Nagas, and here we get another opportunity to see another group where men and women are dancing with some very interesting props in their hands. It seems the men like their spears and shields, while women prefer some decorative sticks to dance with. It is difficult to say who looks better or dances better, but they look amazing together. The festival exposes the culture and traditions of the tribal people to the visitors, making them realize how unique is the state of Nagaland, which blends the old and the new beautifully. The activities never stop at the Hornbill Festival. Here people are putting these wooden props to the best use and creating an atmosphere of intrigue as one tries to decipher what is going on. The act is very interesting. The festival is full of amazing games and sports which remind us of our childhood, like this game called Cockfight. Remember, we used to play a game like this as children, but here it has been adapted to test the balance and skills of the grown-ups. It is a competitive sport where the agility, balance and skill of the sportsperson is put to test. This is a game of full entertainment as we see the players outperform each other by pushing opponents out of the circle or making them fall while holding on to one's ground. It is a game of these sets where 2 winners emerge from each set. The 6 winners compete in the final set to decide the ultimate winner. As they say, let the best player win. If the cockfight tests the balance, this game needs strength as well. Here survival of the fittest is the mantra, as one has to use all his strength to hold on to the pole and force the opponent to bite the dust.
The purpose of Hornbill Festival is mainly to promote the Naga heritage and their traditions and culture. So I came here on 30th and this is my first time in Hornbill. Since 30th I have been camping and I am also not only coming to Hornbill Festival but I have been also exploring the places nearby. I also visited the night carnival in Kohima and I did plan to visit the Juko Valley as well. That is around 7 kilometers from here and then you need to trek. So there's so many other places, but then the Hornbill Festival itself is so interesting that I couldn't find time to explore the nearby places. So maybe I should come back again for that. Being in Hornbill Festival, it's really great. This is like a very huge festival and it is very interesting. I did get to learn a lot of things from the festival as well as from camping here because I got to meet a lot of people, make new friends, hang out with the locals. So overall, it's a very good experience.
Have you ever seen an open and shut water pipeline, and that too of a bamboo? Here, you will see one and get water which is better than mineral water purchased from the shops. But water is no substitute to hunger, and after all the above activities, one craves to eat some hot, spicy food. It is said that when you visit any place, forget your native food and pamper yourself with the local cuisine. Let's follow the advice and go for the Eat Local event. But a word of caution for vegetarians. Cuisine of Nagaland is predominantly non-vegetarian. People who eat non-vegetarian food will be spoilt for choices, while the vegetarian eaters will have to stay with limited options. Whatever you eat will have a different taste from your routine eating. So don't worry. The items on the Nagaland platter are like nowhere in the country. Here you can get non-vegetarian dishes of different kinds of meat, and also ones which are not available or eaten at most places in the country. As we were saying that people eating non-vegetarian food can experience meat dishes which they have never tried before. One can eat to his heart's content and still want more. So why worry when you're at the Hornbill Festival? For a few days, at least try and get a new dish every day. The Hornbill Festival has something unique and interesting at every nook and corner. Any person visiting the festival is bound to take home special memories of the festival, as he takes with him a rich experience of the tradition and culture of Nagaland, to be told to friends and relatives who are sure to plan their next trip to this unique Hornbill Festival of Nagaland to get a first-hand experience. One of the best ways to finish our journey is to experience the Naga dance. Here people are dancing with gay abandon to the beats of the huge drum. As we have seen, every item on the festival menu has something which is different and catches the attention of the eye. Here also, the drum has been mounted. What a novel and impressive stand for the drum, mounted in such a special way on these bamboo sticks. We're ending this beautiful and informative journey on a high note of these drums and a magnificent dance, which has left our spirits wanting more. No problem. The Hornbill Festival will be back in December, and so will we, with new friends, looking forward to a new and enriching experience. See you all later.